Okay, hi guys, I'm back and I wanted to show you how I did the shrink plastic. This is a piece of the shrink plastic that I had cut down to fit my die, and I went ahead and ran it through my Sizzix machine. This is the jalopy, and once you get it done running through your Sizzix, you're going to take it and you're going to get a stamp that you like, and I'm using the archival ink jet black. I just like that. And then I'm using the Studio Calico Tattered Stars. And I'm just going to ink up my ink pad, or ink up my stamp. And then I'm just going to come in and stamp over the top of the shrink plastic. And get your design, and part of the jalopy isn't covered, so I'm going to come back in and ink up my stamp pad a little bit more and get the rest of that stamped. Okay, and then I'm going to punch out my little windows, and I think I'm going to stamp down here again. Probably wouldn't have to, but I'm a little anal. Okay, and now here comes the fun part. And if you want to, you can color this with a pen or something, but I'm going to wait, and I'll show you what happens here once we start to heat this up. Oh, shoot. And there went my heat gun. So I'm just going to heat this up, and you'll get to watch what it does as it shrinks. It bubbles up and it curls up and it does all this weird stuff. This is so super cool, you guys. You've got to try it. Look how fabulous! And I always turn it over once it's halfway done and heat it on the back side, and then I flip it over again. And then once it gets to this point, I kind of flatten it out, and I'm going to take the back side of my stamp and kind of smush it out to make it flat. And that way, as it's drying, it'll dry flat. And oh my goodness. Look how fabulous that is. And look, those little stars went from big stars to little dinker stars. So this is the stamp pattern that we started out with, and this is the way it looks once you shrink it down. How fabulous is that? Is that not just the coolest thing? So then you have several options here. You can go in with a marker and color your image with your marker, and then you can go back and add details after you get done to add dimension to your piece. Or you can color the back side of your image, which I've done both, and I just think either way is cool. It just depends on the look that you're going for and the project that you're doing. So anyway, once you get done coloring it, you just set it aside to dry, and you have a fabulous little jalopy car. And I think this would be fabulous for a 4th of July card or something. Next, I want to share with you the stamps that I stamped. This is the Tim Holtz book cover stamp, and I went ahead and I punched or stamped it out, and then I cut it out, and then I went ahead and took markers and colored in the areas that I wanted to be colored. And then I did the same thing with this butterfly. I stamped out the LeBlanc butterfly, and then I colored it, and then I cut it out, and we're going to watch as these shrink down as well. So let me zoom in here so you can get a better look this time at how cool this is. And we are going to heat these up. Let's do one at a time so you can see how fabulous this is. I just think this is the coolest thing ever. And I just can't get over how the detail of the stamp stays the same no matter what or how big or how small it is. I just think it's so cool. And you can see how that's like shrinking, it's shrinking, I'm melting, I'm melting. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And like I said, when it gets to this point, I like to flip it over. And then I'll flip it over again. And then I'll come back in with my stamp or something heavy. And put it on top just to kind of flatten it back out so that it's nice and flat. And oh my goodness, look how awesome that is. Now, instead of like a 4-inch book cover, now we have a little mini 2-inch book cover. And wouldn't this be fabulous to put inside of Tim Holtz's little trays, or like the 7 Gypsy little trays, or the configuration boxes that Tim Holtz has? You could make a front and a back cover to this, and you could stamp the nameplate before you shrink it, because the stamping when you shrink it still stays the same. And then you could bind it and put little book pages in there, and you could make a little mini book. Look how fabulous that is. I just can't get over how awesome this is. Oh my goodness, I hope you guys give this a try. Is that not just the coolest thing ever? Look at that detail. Look at that. Isn't that just so awesome? I'm so excited. I cannot wait to play with these even more. And I am so totally going to make a mini book out of that. Okay, now for the butterfly. This is even more cool. And I'm going to zoom in even more so you can see just how cool this is. Okay. And this only takes about 5 seconds with your heat gun. And the kids can do it. My little niece is 6 and 4, and Beckett is 4, and they had the most fun doing this on Easter Sunday. We just sat at my mom and dad's kitchen table, and they colored, and they cut out their own little butterflies, and they had the most fun ever making their own little butterflies. Okay, look how cute that little butterfly is. And look at those, look at the detail. The detail just stays so perfect. I just can't get over how well the detail stays intact when you shrink these. And then what you can do once you shrink them is you can just take your glimmer mist, which I am going to take sea glass. I'm going to shake it up. And I'm just going to spritz it. And I'm just going to come in and rub it with my finger. And then I'm going to take my paper towel and just go over the top of it with my paper towel. Wipe away all the excess. And look how beautiful that butterfly is now. It didn't distort any of the coloring or any of the image. It just added that beautiful glimmer. I got a little bit of the paper towel stuck to the top of it, but hopefully you get the idea and you can see just how fabulous that is. I just think they turned out super, super cool. So anyway, I hope that gives you guys some ideas, and I hope you try the shrink plastic with your Sizzix dies and your new stamps. I used all of the Tim Holt stamps. I used his, let me zoom back out here so you can see. I used his reverse stamps. I used the butterfly stamps. I used the Studio Calico stamp. I used the LeBlanc stamp, the Jenny Bolin stamp. I used the book plate stamps. I used the Jenny Bolin. And then I used all of my Sizzix dies. I used the movers and shapers. I used the tag die. I used the ornamental die with the love movers and shapers. I used the jalopy die. There are just so many ideas that you can do out there, and so many things that you can color them with. You can color them with the fiber pastels, the blings, or the shimmers. You can use tattered angels. You can use the distress stain. You can use acrylic paint. So please try it out, you guys, and show me what you come up with. I can't wait to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a fabulous day.